thanks to all of the community boards. It really, to me, it's been so much better than I thought it would even be myself. Could I invite the transport team to come to the table? And while you're walking up to the table, I'd like you to contemplate answering a question in the range of all of the proposals that we've had for school speed zones. Is there enough money on budget to do all of them, and do they have an impact on any others that might have had an expectation of being before us in the very near future?
Hang on, I'll have to run my head around that, sorry.
Yeah, but what I'm of a mind to do is to take a mover and a seconder, and I'm happy to move it and somebody else can second it, that to move the whole lot as one block, resolution to cover all of the individual projects, except for the petition. The petition one, and the petition one is just simply that the report be obtained around those three. So that because we're not approving them and we're not accepting them for approval at this stage. So park the petition, we'll deal with that separately, but the actual school speed zones and the individual community board reports, are we able to do that?
So to directly answer the question, we're funded for approximately 3 per year. This year we're delivering effectively 5. So yes, we are you're getting value for money. The reason why there's more this year than we would do normally is because of the Haeata school and being funded through a slightly different mechanism because of the way that large campus came around. So it's being funded through the Safe Routes to School budget as opposed to the school speed zone budget. And the Aroia active warning signs is a carryover from last year. So that's the reason why there's more this year than there's in previous years. And
it's not Aroia, it's Marshland, isn't it? Okay.
So
right, sorry.
Yes, we can fund them all. Yes, they're all within the budgets that we've got this year.
And does anyone miss out?
It doesn't affect the prioritisation that was set in the annual plan process last year.
Right. So you're happy to second it? So I've got a resolution on the lot, and we'll come to the petition next. Yanni.
Yeah, the question I had was around what's the school's responsibility? Like, if a supermarket's going in, for example, they have to put in traffic lights or traffic calming, or there's things that they have to do, and so I was just wondering, like, in terms of the schools that have changed or expanded, is there any sort of requirement through consenting that they have to do some sort of safety enhancements?
So generally, what we like to do is to program our infrastructure improvements. We'll go hand in hand with a school travel plan, and that's where we basically we share the responsibility around in terms of the education and the measures that the school can do to support safe travel behaviours within their community. So
basically, the idea that a school, with 1,000 students goes into a local community, there's no sort of traffic assessment around that.
Can I suggest that we address that question you asked earlier for a briefing note on the current process?
Yeah, I think that would be really useful.
And we address that question.
Yeah, because the main issue for there is that if you don't move it down the road, then you'll actually continue with a zone that no longer has kids using the street.
And that's the problem with Haeata.
And that is the problem with that one. But Yanni's point is quite separate, which is the role of the Ministry of Education in terms of the funding of these.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really good to get just something back around that. Then, the only other thing is I think you sent us through a list. I tried to go on the email, was a list of the priority of the school zones. Is it possible just to get that recirculated? I mean,
that will be part of the briefing note.
That would be great. Thank you.
And it's all, just to clear up, that's a briefing note, and that program and those priorities will set as part of the LTP and the ongoing annual plan process.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And can I just ask that, and I presume you will, that when you bring us information about the schools, that besides the state schools, that some of the private schools be included, for example, those that move over the road from one side to the other, where there's crossing issues like that, where they will fit in terms of our prioritisation around these issues.
What, private schools?
Private school, yes.
Which ones?
Well, it's all. I guess it's all schools. We'll cover it. But
Okay.
there are some issues in particular with at least one private school where the school moved part of that structure over the road as the school expanded.
I see. Okay,
and
right.
that decision leads to impacts on the community and this whole school safety.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that
We don't make a differentiation between
No.
private or public schools. It's just
yeah, sorry, I just didn't know the issue because it wasn't related to anyone that we'd been dealing with. But anyway, that's good. Thank you. All right, well, I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Now